Listen here, girl. I know you think it's a game, but it is absolutely not. Okay, this is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl, and that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it. Okay, and I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here. Okay, you put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up, and honey, okay, your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin pocket, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISOT down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey everybody, what's going on? Hi. Listen, don't kill my vibe. Don't kill my vibe. I can feel your energy from 2 planets away. I got my drink, I got my music, I would share it, but today I'm yelling, bitch, don't kill my vibe. 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 Listen. Oh, girl, listen. When I tell y'all I need to go and read my horoscope, girl, I need to get into a tarot for Geminis. Okay, my birthday month is coming, and this past week, y'all, all I keep thinking in my head is holding on. It's very hard to do when love is gone. Love is not gone. Okay, that's no lie. But I'm trying to hold on, child. Because when I tell y'all, like, I feel like I've been getting, I don't know, it's just mad negative energy ever since like last week. And it keeps changing. It keeps drifting. And you know, like different things are happening. It's funny because I find myself being very reflective. Very like, this all feels weird. Let's just sit back and, you know, like marinate. I'm marinating, but things have been very weird. You know what I'm saying? One of the things, okay, was the miscommunication with Destiny's interview for my members. But, okay, we are supposed to be, for the members, doing our live interview with Destiny this evening, 8 p.m. Central Time. There are a lot of questions. And so I'm wondering how it's all going to go down. See, do y'all see this attitude? This is my attitude to everything right now. Like I was just kind of like, because you like, okay, y'all know what's going on social media. I'm going to do a BondyBlue show. I'm not ready to do a BondyBlue show because I'm literally not ready to argue with people. And people are going to want to argue. And in the space energetically that I am in, my vibration is low right now. And when my vibration is low like this, if I'm not chilling, if I'm not making sure that I am in a good vibe, like the way I go about my day, if I'm listening to music, if I'm drinking a mimosa at 1 o'clock in the afternoon because I've decided I'm not working out today, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the situation is, you know, I have to like make sure that I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, then I'll forget that social media is full of retarded people. Y'all know how they used to make us feel bad about saying that? I don't feel bad about saying that anymore because I feel like I know exactly who I'm talking to when I say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to people who, like, y'all should see, like, I have started to like look at comments on, and I'm about to get into the video, but I'm just trying to, y'all know I like to talk shit before I get into it, trying to warm myself up. I'll look at some of the comments that people make, and they make these like really outlandish comments, and it's like, who's making this comment? And a lot of times the pages are private because a lot of y'all are on social media talking cash money shit that y'all don't want anybody to come and look into y'all shit about. Y'all don't want anybody to come and look at y'all profiles, right? So y'all shit is private. And then y'all say, oh, it's because of my job. It's like, bitch, your job following you. Stop it. Like your job gonna see your social media. Unless you like doing extra work to keep that from happening, your job gonna see your social media. The idea that your page being private is saving you from something, bullshit. Okay. Um, but either way, I click on pictures and sometimes I actually get to see a profile. And the people, like, why are y'all so stereotypical? Like, why motherfuckers be so stereotypical? Why is it always like young-minded thought pockets that want to be, models online, y'all? Then you got the dudes that's talking mad shit because nobody's having sex with them around them. Like you can tell. Like you can tell by the way they're lined up, how much of their forehead is taking up space in the picture. Whatever their hair looks like, they look dingy. They don't look like they have any chapstick around. It's just, I'll start like blocking people based off the comments they leave in the shade room and neighborhood talk and all of that. But I need to like get myself together before I decide to get up here and talk about Meg and all of the other things that are going on, because I know people are going to want to be in my comments to argue with me. And I personally feel like I don't care what you say. I don't care what anybody says. There's a hole in that girl's foot. There's a hole in that girl's foot. I don't give a fuck about anything else. And the idea of men like Whack 100, like actively being online saying shit like Tory is the victim. How? He didn't get shot. How is he the victim in this situation? The victimhood of the perpetrator. I'm tired. Like emotionally, I'm exhausted with people being stupid. Like people posting stupid shit, people commenting stupid shit, people believing stupid shit. Like sometimes I just be looking at the world, like those y'all who follow me on Twitter, y'all know last week I was like, I wish I was stupid. I wish I was ignorant. I wish I didn't see things the way I see them, because it seems it would be much easier for me in life maybe if I didn't see things the way I do, but I do. And I often feel the need to check people because people love to act like y'all saying ignorant shit in the atmosphere doesn't mean anything. And that's a lie from the pits of hell. Like y'all ignorant shit that y'all say in real life to people, it translates to how y'all live y'all lives. And then it translates to social media, which then affects other people because they think stupid shit. And then they see other people thinking stupid shit, not knowing that, yeah, you are of sound mind and body thinking this stupid shit. Somebody over there is like missing some chromosomes or has too many of them, and they think that. And you think that regular people are thinking the way you're thinking, and it's like, no, you're thinking like someone who's mentally impaired, but you think it's cool. Like, it's weird. It's really weird. Y'all like making a victim out of the baby online right now, while simultaneously telling Meg that y'all don't see any tears and she's lying about something. Why is she able to talk and Tory Lanez isn't? But he got to stay quiet. Like, he's not the victim. He's not the one with the hole in his foot. He's not the one with a case against the state. Like, hello. Like, it's so stupid. I'm tired of people being stupid. I'm tired of people caping for niggas that wouldn't spit on you if your ass was on fire. Like, that's another thing that killed me. Like, a lot of us women who see these things and who are commentators and feel like what we say has a positive effect on the world in some type of way. So we always feel the need to speak up when we feel like people are going along with dumb shit. And they come at us and rip us apart and come at us sideways, not knowing that we are the very people that get online to defend people like you when somebody does something to you unwarranted. We are those people. And you're going to defend the people that are going to harm you. A lot of the young girls that I see online with this dumbass shit that they be on, it's like y'all don't even realize how y'all cape for niggas that can't wait to get y'all in a position where they can take advantage of your youth and stupidity. But yeah, okay. Child, it is exhausting in this bitch. Okay. Child, listen, I don't even think you need to be an ER doctor to tell the difference. I don't even want to get into it. Are you gonna get to the reviews? Oh, okay. So I am just like, giving everyone a moment to come into the room. I am, just talking, shooting the shit, and I got somebody that's in my comments asking me if I'm going to get to the review. As if I won't click out this motherfucking live right now and go my ass back downstairs in the mood that I'm in. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Like, I'm just saying that I am literally in a space of, if I don't stay calm, I'm going to go at everybody's neck. So please do me a favor. And if you don't like the fact that I'm giving a little commentary on how I'm feeling before I get into this bullshit, then please do me a favor and exit off my video. But don't talk to me like that right now, please. Like, please don't come at me like that right now. I really don't want to do that. Because I know you saying you kidding, but you wasn't. You wasn't. And I got you. We good. Okay. But please don't come at me like that right now. I'm not in a space for that shit. I'm not. I'm at a space where I feel like attacked, and I in a whole bunch of different ways. And so I'm about to start getting to that place where I get real ignorant online. And I don't want to do that because a bitch about to be 34. So she's trying to grow up. So let's go ahead and get into marriage boot camp because that's what y'all came here for. That's what y'all came here for, right? So the next morning, Emmett, A1, and Rich Dollars are in the kitchen joking about how Lola bitched Emmett the night before. Y'all know they wanted to go get in the jacuzzi, have a good time, smoke some marijuana, get in the bubbles and shit. And Lola, okay, I really feel like you should have been like Lola G, like Lola the gangster, some shit like that. Like, I'm not gonna stop calling Boo Lola because like it's just the best name ever. And I was arguing with Lyric about this. I was like, nigga, he talking about that's not a hood name. You don't know black girls. You know what I said? But that's why it would have worked because you could have been like Lola. You know what I'm saying? You could have been doing like the the pinup girl thing with guns. Like, you know what I'm saying? Gangster Lola. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling it. Okay. I'm seeing the imagery of it. Okay. But either way, they're basically making fun of Lola because she didn't want to let them have any fun. You're no fun. She didn't want to let anybody have any fun. And Emmett is low-key annoyed because he wanted to go back downstairs or whatever, and she's, trying to control him. And so Dr. Ish talks to them. And Emmett looks to Lola for permission to be truthful. Emmett feels like she talks too much about their relationship. And then she starts to get emotional and cry. And he thinks they are suppressing their true actions and feelings. Y'all, I don't know how to feel about women on this show crying. Can I tell y'all the truth? Like, as a woman, I never want to make other women feel like I don't care about their tears or that their tears don't matter. Because especially as Black women, people often negate our pain. You know what I'm saying? Black women, we're all, like, obviously, we're just talking about how a bitch got shot in the foot and y'all are like, she's lying. It's her fault. The dude that probably shot her is the victim. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just talking about that. So I don't like to not take heed to Black women's tears, their angst, their pain. But every time Lola, K. Michelle, Lyrica cry, it seems like I'm crying because this is my way out of being held accountable. So when Lola starts to cry during this scene because he said I talk too much about the relationship, girl, what? What are we crying about right now? It was crying for nothing at this moment, which made me feel like the tears were manipulative. And I think K Michelle did that again later on. It's very manipulative. Okay, but let's press on because that's just my opinion on it. So this is the Zapper episode, which is always fucking funny to me. Because you give these two people that can't stand each other, but then love each other on some level. You give them little like watches to zap each other in remote controls, so that whenever one person says something the other person doesn't like, they zap. You know what I'm saying? Um, Lyrica decided that she wanted to be an agent of chaos on this episode. I really feel like A1 and Lyrica are going to work on my last nerve. And I feel like they're going to work on my last nerve because they're going to act as if they don't have any issues to work on and focus on everybody else's situation. And Lyrica feels the need to narrate the other women's feelings when nobody asked her to do that throughout this entire day. Also, y'all don't have to really deal with y'all issues. Can y'all please stop playing with us and just break this shit apart? Divorce, get new people, co-parent, date new people, go to therapy, find new people, like fuck new people and actually be like Lyrica, fall in love with another person. Fall in love with yourself. I don't know. But the way you seem to, like, I'm gonna just tell y'all, I don't understand people that like being in pain. So if you can remove yourself from a situation in order for you to not be in pain, why are you still here crying in my face? Why? This is not a situation you can't get out of. And y'all, I feel like, yes, at the end of the day, A1 has done a lot of damage in their relationship. But Lyrica seems like the type of person that will stay in a relationship or keep going back or stay in this place of consummate arguments and sadness and feeling betrayed and alone and angry and petty. You'll keep doing this instead of completely taking yourself out of the situation. And then you'll blame it on the baby, right? Because it's the baby's fault that you can't mentally and emotionally move on from this relationship and find you some confidence, some security within yourself so that you can find you a man worth having instead of going to the next nigga that's gonna dog you out. Like, I don't know what it is that Lyrica is like searching for and looking for through relationships with other people. But for you to still be sitting here getting yourself all upset, getting yourself all, emotional over a man that has cheated on you over and over again, I just don't get it, y'all. I'm sorry. Like, I've been hurt over a nigga that cheated on me, y'all. I have been in a bad place, lost weight and all of that. When I promise y'all I would never be in that space again, I was also like in my like, early 20s. And also not just outside of age, but when do you get to the point where you feel like this nigga is playing in my face? This nigga is being disrespectful. I can't keep letting him play me like this. Like, that's where my mind goes. When I feel like somebody playing me too hard, I'm like, yeah, I can't let you continue to disrespect me like this. This is not, no, this is not how this is going to go. So I'm going to remove myself. Because my next level is to go to a crazy level. And I don't want to go to a crazy level. So do you know what I do when I feel like niggas is playing in my face? Like, I think Lyrica feels like A1 be playing with her. Detach. Emotionally detach. This is when your mind should be telling you what to do. This is when your heart needs to take a back seat, shut the fuck up, go eat her food, sit in the corner. And your mind needs to take over. And your mind needs to tell you to create as much space as possible between you and A1 so you can emotionally detach from him and you can do better for yourself. And y'all need to have a drop up and pick up spot like Martell and Melody for these fucking kid, for the kid, then that's what y'all need to do. Okay. But the idea that we still need to be talking about y'all relationship after all of these years when it has never seemed to be a good relationship just makes me feel like you want to be where you are. Yeah, did you see Lyrica and A1 self-declared psychologists talking about they could be psychologists because they know what's wrong with everybody else? Girl, nobody wants to hear about how you know what's wrong with everybody else when you can't even fix what's going on in your own relationship. You can't even walk away from the snowball head ass nigga that you with, but you want to give advice to K Michelle. You want to give advice to Mariah. You want to give advice to Lola. Like, no, give advice to yourself. Get over it. Get out of the relationship. Co-parent. Move the fuck on. Get some therapy. Work on your insecurities. Do better as a grown ass woman. Like, I could point out a whole bunch of things that you need to do separately from A1. Oh my God. Lyrica wanted them to play a game instead of going about their day and just kind of, living normally and then seeing if arguments happen. But she wants them to play a game so that they can force arguments amongst the other people so her and A1 don't have to interact with each other. It's bullshit. So then we see, like, at some point, I think Mariah and Rich started snapping at each other for fun, and it started to make Mariah feel really, really bad because it's like, this hurts. You know that you hurt me emotionally in our relationship. Why is it that you're so okay with hurting me? And I feel like this is the challenge. This is the exercise that should make you wonder if your dude likes women or not. And when I say like women, I don't mean gay, y'all. I mean that there are men that just really don't like women. They like having sex with women. They like the emotional support they can get from a woman. But in general, they have issues with women. So they don't mind seeing them as lesser human beings, people to use, people to manipulate, people to hurt, people to use as you see fit. And Rich, I feel like, sees Mariah as such. So, Mariah, if you are wondering if Rich putting you through this physical pain on this day is an indication that he don't really fuck with you, you will be right. You will be right. I don't care what you're talking about. Eventually, he's going to apologize because he didn't realize it. But at the same time, I feel like that's also bullshit. But because we're on a show where no one likes to take accountability for anything, Dr. Ish and Judge Toller are going to pat everybody on the back for just simply stating a fact for once or not being an asshole for once. Okay? I just noticed that, like, Mariah, notice that Rich does not like you because when has Rich ever had real respect for any woman he's been in a relationship with? I'll wait. So, Caston and Kay talk about the future. I smell a butt of an African. See you live and see you dead. Eat your bones, make my bread. Anyway, sorry, y'all. She crying about her legs hurting. Was that because of the butt shots? I missed what happened at the beginning of the episode, y'all. I'm sorry, because like I be feeling like sometimes I don't need to pay attention to all these little miscellaneous moments that they be having, because ultimately, let's get to the meat. But Caston and Kay talk about the future. He feels like, hold up. Okay, y'all, sorry. Okay. Sorry, y'all, lyrics in here. So like I said, Caston feels like they are checked out from the relationship, but they're there to try to check back into the relationship, right? So for me, I felt like this was Caston trying, and K Michelle had no response. K Michelle had no response, y'all. Did y'all see it? Like, he was talking to her, like, and then first of all, he had this moment where he's talking about to cry. I'm like, for what? Why is everybody about to cry? Nothing has happened. What are we crying for? Whatever. Anyway, Lyrica is calling herself a therapist and talking about how they never spent time together. You're good. Kay says, okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Lyric got me a little distracted. A1 pretends like he is going to shock Lyrica, but never does. Lyrica instructs everyone that they are playing a game. This is a game that everybody said they didn't want to play, and then she insisted on it. And then I thought it was so funny because Rich was like, bruh, didn't we just say we didn't want to do this shit? And she was just like, come on, y'all, we're going to play a game. We're going to do this, we're going to play a game. Like, girl, who are you talking to? Everybody in here is fucking grown. Like, that was so aggravating to me. But basically, they're supposed to ask another couple question, right? So you ask the couple a question, And I'm gonna use me and Lyric as an example. So if one of y'all, one of y'all was a couple, y'all asked me a question, then if my answer makes Lyric upset, he gets to buzz me. Okay. So I guess that was the way that she wanted to do it, which it doesn't allow for them to go about their day naturally and have arguments in a natural way versus because you're asking antagonizing questions. This is how you can tell that Lyrica and A1 have been doing reality TV for too fucking long. This is how you can tell that, okay? Because now they're trying to produce the therapy. Girl, stop. You're not a psychiatrist. You're not a psychologist. You can't even figure your own shit out. What are you even talking about? What are you even talking about? So Emmett asks if Kay knows that Caston like really loves her. And she's like, I don't know that. And then she starts crying. I know because I can't. And then Lyrica starts speaking for Kay, saying that because she needs affection. Women really need affection. And they were like, look, can you let her talk? Can you let her say? And Kay was like, I don't really want to talk. I just want to see you cry and make everybody feel bad for me. But her outfit was real cute, y'all. Her outfit was so cute. I was like, oh my God, I want it. Okay. Kay says stop giving her sperm then, because she she basically said to Caston, if you don't want to be with me, if you don't want to do what I'm trying to do, then why do you keep giving me sperm? I was like, giving you sperm? He's giving you sperm? And that's what I'm saying. So that means you're not fucking. Is that what that means? And then on top of that, IVF talking about poking myself in the stomach. So you mean to tell me you just had surgery recently, but you still been doing IVF? K Michelle, stop lying to us, is what I'm saying. K Michelle, stop lying to us. You lying to us, K Michelle. That doesn't even make sense to me. That you just had surgery, which is why you couldn't do the whole, the exercise that they were doing with the shocking. She couldn't do it because she just had surgery. Yet you've been going through in vitro. I don't know if I believe her. Felicia, I don't know if I believe her. I don't. I'm sorry. But it's confusing because if he keeps giving her sperm but doesn't want to have babies with her. My question to her, why are you trying to put your body through IVF when you are having all of these surgeries from your ass shots? She said she got surgery 3 years ago from them ass shots, but every time we would see her, she was talking about how much pain she was in, how her legs was hurting and all of this shit. And now you telling me you've been shooting yourself in the damn stomach so that you can have babies instead of getting a surrogate? It doesn't make sense. I think K Michelle is lying. I think the sperm, like, so do we really think that Caston is giving her sperm? Where's the evidence of that? Somebody show me the evidence. Is K Michelle on her social media shooting herself in the ass like old girl from that real estate show on Atlanta that they just had? This how y'all be Kiana? Yeah, I be forgetting people names. They be all mad and shit because we review their shows like we gonna remember the shit in 6 months unless they come back. But yeah, I just it feels attention seeking. It feels like a lie. It feels like you're not really doing all this. It feels like you just wanted to come on here and do a reality show so that you can promote the new music you have coming out because you have a new single. Outside of that, I'm sorry. I don't believe that you are actually going through in vitro. I don't believe that you actually are trying to have a baby with Caston. I just don't. If somebody showed me something different, then we can have another conversation. But in the moment right now, I don't believe it. I think they have because that's what happens to the egg to get the embryo. She needs his sperm. At the end of the day, I is the one that wants the twin girls. You want this specific lifestyle, like you do even really want kids or just attention from all of it. She probably paid him for sperm. Like I said, where is the evidence? I don't believe it. I'm sorry, y'all. I just don't. Okay. Here come them people that cut the grass across the street just as I'm doing this live because that's necessary. Y'all, when I tell y'all, like, how much is.
Ain't that the route you trying to get on?
I just don't want them to. They're like making a lot of noise, like a lot of noise. This just feels really annoying to me right now. I'm sorry. This video feels like it sucks. Is it even advisable for her to get pregnant while having surgeries? if it's a lie, they need to get it straight. K Michelle wants so badly to get pregnant because her being an absent mother was one of her biggest regrets. I understand that. And I was going to get to that in my notes about how she talked about how much she loves her son, but how she wasn't really there for him. So she feels like, having these twins is such a big part of what she wants to do. So she could make up for, so she can make up for that. And for not really being there for her son. And I'm like, I get that, but at the same time, that's still not a good reason. Y'all don't hear it? Okay, good. That's still not a good reason to want to have a kid so that you can make up for the time you miss, even though you still doing everything you were doing before you got on. You still touring, you still making money, you still singing, like, and then you're still getting all these surgeries done to yourself, like you're still traveling heavily. Like, have you even settled down to be there for your son in his last few years of high school? Like, not, I'm just saying, like, it doesn't seem like you're even creating a life for that, but you just keep saying that that's what you want. And I'm gonna tell y'all, the reason why I don't believe it is because K Michelle has been talking this shit for years now. It's always been the same shit. Okay, so y'all, I see a lot of y'all trying to like explain it. Okay, she may be she may be egg harvesting. Okay, so can I remind y'all that she said she kept getting male embryos, and she wanted two girls. So she wasn't going through the process all the way, and she keeps going through IVF because she wants to have two girls and she keeps getting boys. Do y'all remember her saying that? Does that sound like somebody that is really trying to have a child? Or does that sound like somebody that wants attention? Like, I'm just saying, y'all, she's been talking about this for years. So I personally feel like if it's something she really wanted to do, she would have done it by now. Just like she really wanted to do the country music. What did she do? She came out with a country music song. Okay. But at the end of the day, the fact that we want to sit up here and act like the real issue between Caston and Kay is that Caston doesn't want to agree to having children with her, or that he doesn't want to say that he wants her to be the mother of his children, but then he keeps giving her sperm in order to have a baby together. Like, this is stupid. It's stupid. And I don't believe it. And I'm over her with this fairy tale because I think everybody knows that it's bullshit. Everybody knows that it's something you saying for attention. Just talk about the music in another way. Like, promote the music in another way. Do reality TV in another way. I don't know. Like, but this is stupid. Okay? I want her to catch up with her son and make up for lost time. So she want babies, but she just been throwing them away because they're boys and not girls. She said she keeps saying, I keep getting boy embryos and I want girls. I want two twin girls. So many people out here who can't have children. She's throwing away chances due to the sex of the baby. That's what it sounds like. That is literally what she said, y'all. That she keeps doing it because she wants two girls and not boys, and they keep giving her male embryos. And I'm like, I don't believe her. I don't believe who's taking her money over and over again in hopes that she gonna get two girls, two twin girls. Like, who keeps taking the money like that? Like, I just feel like she on bullshit. So a lot of their arguments, a lot of their conversations seem to me, especially when she gets emotional, it makes me wonder, are you sober? When you start to cry at the drop of a hat, are you sober? Because people who are under the influence can often reach down into cry. I don't know if you know about it, but depending on what drug you on, you can absolutely force tears and in that type of sad emotion if you are on something. Tell me I'm lying. Okay? Now, Mariah and Rich, they start zapping each other with Lyrica leading and explaining that they can't go tit for tat because she buzzed Rich because Rich doesn't agree with what she said. And so they keep going back and forth. And Mariah, hold up. Eventually, Mariah gets up to walk away. And Lyrica says that she was trying to have fun, trying to put a twist on what they were doing. And A1 was like, and you did a good job.
So, A1, I want you to remember, A1, when Lyrica is doing shit that is antagonistic, shit that is toxic, and you went along with it. And so when she does it to you and you want to point it out to everybody and they don't want to believe you, I don't want you to be surprised. Y'all are toxic as fuck. The fact that he was like validating the shit that she was doing, even though he knew that it was like going to like make the situation worse with everybody else, but it was almost like he knew if they did it to, if they did something together that might liken her, might liken him to her, meaning that maybe she'll stop being mean, maybe she'll give him some pussy if he goes along with this bullshit that she's doing to make her feel good about herself. And then when Judge comes in at the end of the day to tell her, bitch, you was doing too much, so now you done fucked it up for everybody else and it's on you, then she wanted to be butthurt and wanted to leave. No accountability. No accountability, Lyrica. Okay? You're a brat. You're a fucking brat. I don't know like how many times we have that, have scenarios where we remind Lyrica over and over again that she acts like a petulant child, that she's always acting like a teenager, and that we don't know if it's because her mama is also immature in that way or what. I think it's because her mom has babied her. Honestly, I think her mom spent a lot of time away. And whenever mothers feel bad for something with their children, especially their girl, I'm not gonna say especially their girl children, because no, I'm just gonna say especially their children. When women work a lot or they weren't there in the way that they feel like they should have been for their children, they will often do things that are toxic or unhealthy in order to make the children feel better about whatever happened. So Lyrica grows up without her twin. Her twin dies early on. Then her mom works a lot, no dad around. So what ends up happening? Lyrica G forms a codependency with Lyrica. Not only does she form a codependency, but now you're looking at her like somebody that you can never really tell that she's wrong because you've babied her and coddled her her entire life to make up for what she did not have. When the truth of the matter is you can't make up for those types of losses. So you might as well still do what you need to do by your children. And that show them that they're not going to always get their way at every turn. And they need to learn how to deal with no. And they need to learn how to deal with rejection. And they need to learn how to deal with them not being everybody's cup of tea instead of having a fucking temper tantrum whenever they feel a way about something. Because that's what Lyrica does. She's very manipulative. She's spoiled. I'm tired. Okay? I'm tired. So Rich was getting annoyed with Lyrica because of the way she was antagonizing everybody's situation. Lola and Emmett talk about how his kids don't really like her because he don't put boundaries around them kids. Them kids be all in their shit and they got a lot to say. I wonder if his kids are 100% Caucasian or if they mixed. I'm just curious. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if they not mixed, I'm curious what the white kids have to say to Lola. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just curious because I feel like I don't care what nobody say. Like black kids gonna try the black lady before white kids try the black lady, especially one that's named Gangsta Boo. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. And plus, they've been together for a minute, so it's probably a growing dislike more so than something that came, immediately. But I also feel like Lola is right about the boundaries that need to be set. Emmett does not need to have conversations with his children about their relationship. That shit is not cool. They start arguing. Emmett threatens to flip a table over because, she got disrespectful and was like, so you going to act out for the cameras. That was basically what she was saying. He was acting out for the cameras. So he says I'll push that fucking cameraman in that pool right now. I'm like, and what that's gonna do? She the one talking crazy to you, nigga. What's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with you? Lyrica burnt a hole in Rich as soon as he said that. I didn't realize he told her she was spoiled. Lyrica changing the process. Rich was upset. He was like, I watched this show. I know what I'm coming on here for. You know what I'm saying? He didn't like that shit at all. But ultimately, he still ended up getting what he needed to get out of the situation because he realized how harsh and how fucked up he is with Mariah. I don't know if he really cares, but he at least knew that he needed to apologize and have some type of recognition of the fact that she is someone who has been hurt, and he shows no real care with her. And that's fucked up, because you lay with her, you lay down with her, you stick your shit all up in her, and you put your face all in her place, and then you abuse her and disregard her feelings. And it's fucked up. It's fucked up. So they have the obstacle course thing with the shock wires. Lyrica and A1 had to go first. Dr. Ish put that shit on the highest voltage because they did not shock each other at all throughout the day, but had everybody else shocking their partner more than they probably would have. Okay. So I was actually like really happy about this moment. And then not only did they go through once and it got fucked up, they had to, cause she let his hand go. So they had to go again. I was like, oh, you motherfuckers are getting it. And so they had to go the second time. And then she was like, I'm going to lead. And then when she led, they got out of there. And I was like, so I guess that means that just because A1 has a dick, that doesn't mean he needs to lead. Okay. So that's what I learned from that. So, I mean, does anybody think he should be leading them? Look at him. Like, this nigga can't even lead himself to a certain style. He got so much shit going on at one time. Oh my God, somebody help him. I don't know what's going on. Is he emo? Is he a hood nigga? Is he a rich nigga? You know what I'm saying? Is he a Rastafari? I don't know what's going on. It's so many different things going on. Is it a tummy tuck? Is it a belly? Is it muscles? Is it titties? Is it a sketch? You know what I'm saying? Is it a weave? Is it real locks? Is it fake locks? Is it makeup? What is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, y'all. His style all over the place. He had surgery. The nigga look crazy. He be doing a lot. And I want him to get himself together in one way or another. Help us. Help you. Help us. Help you, A1. Okay? So because K Michelle physically can't do the exercise because she recently had surgery, Caston has to do it alone. And she has to root him on and tell him where to go. At first, she wasn't really saying anything, but after a while, she started to help. And that felt good because he was hurt. Like, I wonder sometimes if the shit is fake, but the way that tear was rolling down Caston's face when they were done, that shit must have really hurt. And plus, when little Mariah got in that child, the way Mariah was screaming, that shit, like you could just hear. And even Rich was like, okay, this is starting to feel fucked up. Like, I'm like, oh, now it's starting to feel fucked up. Now you're starting to see that it hurts when you keep hurting somebody and not caring about their feelings and shit. Fucking weirdo. And then Lola dragged Emmett through the obstacle course. That shit was hilarious. Like, she was just dragging his ass through. Fuck these wires. I guess they must have figured out that if we fall on top of all of them at one time, it's gonna cut. So, they're not gonna all keep buzzing. They just gonna all stop. So she just laid on him. Just rolled out. That shit was funny, y'all. I'm sorry. That shit was hilarious watching them roll through at the end. And poor Emmett. Poor Emmett was just being dragged through, child. That shit was hilarious. Anyway. What else before I move on from this show, y'all? So Dr. Ish says that they fight so dirty they forget the point of the fight. That's always been a rule for me, y'all. Not to let the fighting get too bad, especially when you love somebody. Like, as I got older, I stopped arguing in certain ways. Like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to, say your mama, Like, I just don't want to fight that way. I want to have a conversation. I want to figure out what the issue is. I want to have a conversation. I want to get past it. Sometimes you may have to yell. Like, sometimes you just be upset, like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? But the older I get, the more I've been trying to just like take deep breaths. I just get quiet now. And then people be like, oh, what's wrong with Brittany? Brittany back there quiet. Like, nigga, I don't always have shit to say. When I have shit to say, I have shit to say. When I don't have anything to say, I don't have anything to say. People make me feel so weird now, babe. I just be chilling. And they be like, what's wrong with Brittany? Like, I'm just chilling. Like, Niggas supposed to be coming up with shit to entertain y'all at all minutes every day. If not, something wrong. It's weird. Anyway, Judge comes out and she points out that A1 criticizes Lyrica when she's constantly living in a state of fear. He's obnoxious. A1 says that she rejects him, so he lets her lead. And I'm like, obviously she should have led. And she rejects you because you often cheat. So let's not start in the middle. Let's start at the beginning. That's the only thing she can do is withhold affection. What else can she do that's gonna hurt you? Like, that's all she can do. And honestly, the way they talk about the way he cheats, she probably not turned on. Like, do you even look like a healthy fuck to her? Like, you don't even look like a healthy fuck. You look like I would get something. You look like I would get something. I don't know. I know I would get something. I would get something. Okay. So no, like, no. Kay and Caston keep showing up even though it's hard. And that's real. And Judge tells Rich that he was right for calling Lyrica out for all her little manipulation and shit during the game and during the lesson. But he still got what he needed out of the lesson, because ultimately he heard Mariah's feelings. He heard what she said. They had a conversation and he apologized to her. And he did say he didn't realize that it was a deeper issue with him hurting her all the time. And I'm just like, how could you not realize it's a deeper issue? Like, Mariah is the consummate image of it's probably our new duvet. Mariah, to me, is the type of person that she is a walking nerve, meaning she looks like the girl that was hurt. She looks like the girl that was left to some dirty old man's devices. A mama that wasn't there. A mama that was on drugs. Like, she's small. She looks like she went to a bad school. Like, nobody, it's just the fact that she's pretty, the fact that she's cute, and she can throw a little ratchet line or two together for everybody. Like, she has personality because she's been through a lot. But ultimately, Mariah is the fucking poster child for I've been done wrong by the world. Okay? As a little white girl, and y'all can say she's not white all y'all want to. Her skin is white. She reflects as white. Okay? It's crazy to me how he can sit there and act like he doesn't realize how dogging her out and making her feel invisible, like she does not matter, is continuing to deepen the hole inside of Mariah that has already been put there by her parents, who didn't give a fuck enough to be there for her. I don't even understand how a grown-ass man with a daughter himself could not understand how he deepens the issues that Mariah has. I don't even understand that. What? Like, I'm grateful that he apologized to her, because I feel like she needed to hear that he cared for once about her feelings. But I also feel like, boy, bye. Boy, bye. No, Mariah is not mixed. Okay. She's white Latina, but y'all know, you grow up around black people and you Puerto Rican and know 25% Spanish, they gonna call, they gonna act like you're not white, To me, she white. But I know, white Latina, her mama is definitely Latina. But whatever you can call it, whatever ethnicity you want to call it, is trailer park. Okay, is what it is. Okay, just like we got the hood and the ghetto and the projects. Okay, black people got the projects. Guess what she got? Trailer park. Probably from a project, but it's giving trailer park. Okay, that's just what it is. And I feel like for him to act like he doesn't see the wounded baby bird that is Mariah Lynn, I feel like either you're fucking blind or you're playing in our faces for you to say you did not know it was that deep, that you feeling like it was okay to keep stinging that girl all fucking, like, come on, y'all. You watched the show, right, nigga? I just don't believe the ignorance. I believe he's very well aware, because you're so smart when you're figuring shit out. You're so smart, Rich, but you don't know how you continuing to disregard Mariah and do whatever you want to do, petty shit to her, doesn't continue to make her smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay. Because she's talking about how good her pussy is. Okay. All right. Sure. Like, you're not taking advantage of the daddy issues. Okay, sure. A1 asked Lyrica after it was all hold on. Oh yeah, Judge tells Rich that he still got okay, yeah. It was all said and done. They were supposed to be talking amongst themselves after, and A1 asked Lyrica what she got out of it, and she was like, I just want to be left alone. And now she wants to leave. She's upset because Judge told her something she didn't like. I don't know what did Judge say that she didn't like, y'all? I missed it. I missed whatever Judge said that she didn't like. But it still made me feel like you're just mad that you were being held accountable in any way. I feel like she just feels like she shouldn't have been held accountable in any way. And I feel like that comes from her mom not holding Lyrica accountable. You could tell that whenever Lyrica's mom would feel like she did something that wasn't right, like with that safari shit, and her mama was like, well, you did show me, a picture of his, didn't you show me a picture of his dick? And she got mad at her mama for that. And her mama was like, you know what I'm saying? Like she was scared to be honest with her daughter about the fact that she was full of shit. Like, no, keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. But see, Lyrica has temper tantrums. So I think everybody feels the need to walk on eggshells around her because she's gonna do that temper tantrum shit that she does. She even cries like a child. I think we'll see eventually on one of the episodes. I saw it in the trailer. And she's, going into, A1's arms like a fucking 6-year-old that, somebody just stole a fucking bike. I was just like, okay, girl. Okay, that's what we're doing. It's fine. All right. Y'all, let's go ahead and move on to Love After Lockup. I am so grossed out. I am so grossed out. Y'all, these old ass men be grossing me the fuck out. When I tell y'all, I don't know how these girls do it. I really don't. So let's go ahead and start off with Chaz and Branwen. So y'all know that Branwen is staying with her best friend Jessica's old man. He's another old white man, okay? Probably the same age as Chaz, right? And his name is Mike. He gets there to the house. Mike basically gives his rules. He says, I need for you to stay clean and sober. He said, I understand y'all just got married, but I don't want any hanky-panky in my house. I don't want nobody in my house. I don't want nobody coming back and forth in my house, okay? And I damn sure don't want another man, in my house unloading his package. No, thank you, okay? So Shaz goes back to his hotel and has to clean up the lingerie and rose petals that he had already had laid out on a bed for her. It was all very sad, but I felt like that was presumptuous of you to think that girl was going to want to have sex with you as soon as she got out of prison, considering the fact that she don't know you like that. She don't know you like that. She don't know you like that. Okay? She ends up having a conversation on the phone with her ex-boyfriend, Aaron, and she still loves him and he wants her back. And I feel like eventually she gonna go see what that dick doing for sure. For sure. And I do think that ultimately she sees Chaz as somebody that can give her a different life. Because I don't think she wants to go back down this drug addict habit, situation again. And Aaron comes with bullshit. Aaron comes with a drug lifestyle. Aaron is the reason why she got arrested in the first place. So she doesn't really want to fuck with him. She feels like Chaz is her breaking away from that. But honestly, this is why women should not put their futures on men. That's a mistake. And what you really should have learned from the situation where Aaron is not to trust any man like that, especially one that's showing you he can't be trusted. You don't like Chaz. You don't like Chaz like that. You really don't. So why don't you do us all a favor? Stop making this man feel like you want to be in a relationship with him because you don't. Figure out a way to get your own shit together so you can make your own money and take care of yourself. If you can take care of yourself, then then you don't have to be in a relationship with somebody you don't want to be in a relationship with. If you don't want to be with Aaron because you know he's not good for you, then don't be with Aaron. And if you don't want to be with Chaz because he keeps trying to stick his wiggly little tongue in your mouth and you don't want that, well, damn it, don't do it. Take care of your fucking self. But I really feel like a lot of these women feel like if they don't have a man, they don't know how they're going to make it in life or something. And I just, you're going to keep putting yourself at a disadvantage because Chaz is expecting pussy because he's been paying. That's what he's expecting. And you know that. So what you gonna do? You ain't gonna be able to keep dodging him But it seemed like you're trying to go give the pussy up for free to Aaron. Meanwhile, Chaz is over there cleaning up the bed, the little rose petals and shit up off the bed, putting the lingerie down down in a garbage can and shit where he need to put it. So we'll see where this goes, but I don't have high hopes. Thank you, Tasha Thomas, for the super sticker. I appreciate you, love. Thank you. So y'all, let's move on from there. Ugh, y'all, what Indian Harry? There were, let me tell y'all something. Where's Indian Harry? Oh yeah, they're all the way at the top. Let me say this. I was proud of a lot of the women on the show this episode. I was proud of them because I feel like they stood up for themselves, but I also they go check the mail. The mail just came. Okay. I'm just saying, just in case. But yeah, Indy and Harry. I was proud of Indy because I felt like she finally sees it. You know what I'm saying? She finally sees it. Whatever blinders she had on, she didn't have them anymore. I told you it looked like we had a package. So Harry is at, but not mail, something you can't fit in the mailbox. Harry is at his other sister's house, and she asked what's going on with him and Indy. And basically, he's tired of dealing with emotional people, is what he said. I said, I can't believe you're going to open up your mouth and tell us, the viewing public, that your emotional ass is tired of dealing with Indy and her emotions. Is that what you said to me? It's like in the middle of the day. It's in the middle of the fucking day. This is not a late night live. Why are y'all even in here? Oh my God. Now I gotta stop, pause, go to customization, make it subscribers only. Okay.
Bare essentials.
Ooh. Bare essentials. Titties? Probably the titties. Why didn't you get the mail though? You went out there and just got the package, didn't get the mail. Anyway, so back to this. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to go and get these comments together. I can't stand these people, and I don't think I have any moderators today. So anyway, he's at his sister's house. He's tired of dealing with Indy and her emotions, even though I feel like he is highly emotional. And the reason why he probably not at that other girl house no more is because he probably got into it with her too. Right? Don't you love Bare Essentials? So they haven't talked in a week. All right. Because y'all know last week she found out that he was texting the other girl, and then she left him and she went by his sister's house and he never came back. He went by the other girl, and then he probably went to his other sister's house. So he then gets a call from his PO saying that, where the fuck are you? Where are you? You're supposed to be at Lydia's house and you're not over there. She called me and told me that you hadn't been over there, and she wants you taking off her address. So you need to give me another address. And he was like, and she said, and the PO said, if you don't give me another address by 6 p.m., I'm going to put a warrant out for your arrest and they're going to put your ass back in jail. I said, I know that's right. I know that's right. I don't know who the PO was, but I was for the PO's energy, because Harry think he about to play in everybody's face, and he's stupid. Think he about to play in everybody's face and just as dumb as he want to be. Like, just as dumb. Like, I just be like, it's crazy. Like, literally talking to me like a fucking child. Literally talking to, talking to the people, y'all. Like a child. Like the way he was talking in the confessional about, what was he saying about Indy? Y'all, we gonna get to it. Hold up. I feel like, I don't know if that part disappeared. Hold up, y'all. I'm about to make Sheila, I'm about to make you a moderator. Hold up. Hold up, girl. Hold up. I gotta go to it. Child, that music downstairs is live. You could close the door. You so lazy, bro. You so lazy. Oh, me. Amazing grace. That's how you sing when you're tired for real. I, mm, I weak. Oh, hey Lisa, you're in here. Thank you. But I made some people I made some people some moderators. That's all I'm gonna do for the day. Okay. Okay, y'all, I'm ready. I'm sorry, y'all. Had to do that right quick. I'm glad y'all can't hear it. I can hear it. It's cool though. It's just, shit be distracting me. It's hard. Okay. So shout out to the PO. Uh Indy is at his other sister Lydia's house. My notes say, girl, go home. She talks to her psychic about the cheating, and her psychic tells her to use her voice and speak up for herself. So they finally talk, and she knows that he's been with Terry. That's the girl who works at the halfway house. Harry isn't going to apologize to Indy when they talk. He said, no, I'm not apologizing for anything. Okay, because I don't apologize. I was like, okay, you fucking 5-year-old, we got it. You don't apologize. We know that people that end up in prison usually don't like to take accountability. That's one of the things. That's one of the problems. That's why you are where you are. That's why you're in the situation that you're in. And it's crazy to me how y'all get out of jail. First of all, y'all know what y'all be doing because y'all talk mad shit to them women about how y'all gonna be. And then as soon as y'all get out, y'all don't give a fuck about them women feelings. Y'all don't care nothing about their feelings. Y'all shit on them, y'all take from them, and then still call them and ask them for rides and shit. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. There's no way that you could ever in your fucking life play with me the way these men have played with these women and then still ask me for something. Like, and then I feel like the women put themselves in situations where you don't know if this nigga gonna do something to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't trust that Harry not gonna fly off the deep end and put his hands on you, Indy. Like, you can't trust that. You can't trust that he won't put his hands on your daughter. I don't care what you think. He is unpredictable, unreliable, and fucking crazy. He has the mind of a toddler, and you're trying to be married and have a relationship with him. Why? Because he look like a white Latina, and you looking to muddy up the waters or something. Like, what's going on? What's the reason? He ain't gonna apologize. He doesn't like hearing that he's wrong, and he doesn't want to be accountable. Indy feels like he doesn't respect her, so he can't love her. He's always acting like it's her when it's him, and she storms off and tells him that it's you, it's you, it's you, it's you. And yes, it is him. But Indy, when people was telling you not to put yourself in this situation and you was in fucking la la land, okay then. Okay then. Because let's not forget that homeboy absolutely showed you that he wasn't ready for you to come out there. Absolutely said that you maybe shouldn't come. Absolutely said he didn't know how he felt and all of that. And you still push because you wanted so badly to have a fairy tale with a crazy nigga that's in prison that you don't really know like that. Explain this to me, Indy. Make it make sense. Take some accountability for yourself as well. Moving your baby from state to state for that. Thank you, Hershey85, for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Y'all also don't forget to check out my website, BondyBlueShow.com. There is exclusive content on there. If you are looking for the Love and Marriage Huntsville live that I did, it has been posted everywhere. It's in the forum, it's in Discord, it's on my community wall for my YouTube members, it's on the Patreon wall. I've posted it everywhere. The only place that it's not is it's not in the playlist on my actual website when you go to my shows yet. I have to put it in there. And I'm going to do that today. But, just to let y'all know, if y'all were looking for it, I don't know why it's so difficult for people to find it sometimes because I be pinning it all over the place. But either way, just so y'all know, that is an exclusive video that I do. I do not do Love and Marriage Huntsville in its full capacity for everybody. But after this live today, I'll be doing my weekends on OWN, and we'll talk about Put a Ring on It, Ready to Love. And then I will do a call in for Love and Marriage Huntsville, ask y'all how y'all feel about some of the main topics of the episode. Okay, so make sure y'all come back for that. Why does Harry keep saying that people didn't do for him to make him comfortable, like someone owes him something? That mindset will have him behind bars again. Absolutely. It definitely bothered me when he kept saying that. Like, I would have thought that they would have, been doing more to make me feel comfortable. Why? But see, that's what y'all get because y'all have these little niggas going to jail, and then you send them going away parties, and then you big them up, and we gonna celebrate you coming home because you getting out as if they did something to be celebrated. No, nigga, you going to jail? You gonna go to jail in silence, nigga. We'll see you when you get out. You get out, You come out in silence. Ain't nobody cooking no big old meals and shit. And you know what's so funny to me? Every time those women would try to do something like that for these niggas, they would totally disrespect the women. Make them feel like whatever they did was nothing. Feel like they had no care whatsoever for the effort that was put in. So don't tell me about your comfortability. Don't tell me about effort that should have been put in on your behalf when you don't appreciate anything that anybody does. So why should anybody be doing anything for you? Like, it's crazy to me. And the fact that these women actually do things for people without seeing that these men are going to do something for them is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. That's why you be having, like, nigga, you have nothing. What are you even talking about? Crumbs on a stove? You have nothing. You have nothing. What are you even talking about? Anyway, child, let's move on to a different topic, y'all. Let's move on to Rick and Radine. Child, Rick and Radine gross me the fuck out. If it's not Radine in her meth teeth, it's Rick and him pushing up on her when she is obviously uncomfortable. And you know what really annoys me about Rick? Rick can see that Radine is uncomfortable. Her facial expressions show it. Her movement show it. Her words. He took his shorts off in that water. And she told him, put your shorts back on. And he's laughing and joking and still pushing on her as if she didn't say any of that. And I find it all sickening, you guys. They're in the jacuzzi. He's got edible arrangements. He's trying to rub her feet. He's kissing her feet. He looks like a seal. It's really, ugh. She's uncomfortable. And all she can think about is Kay. Y'all know the lesbian girl that's her age. Later on, his roommate Ramona comes in there, her titties sticking out, talking about, I'm surprised I haven't been seeing more of her. She should be wanting to spend more time with you. And if I was her, I'd be wanting to, be with my man. And Ramona, don't nobody care how you feel. At the end of the day, Rick has been, I think, misrepresenting his relationship with Radine this entire time. I think Radine and Rick have been talking and Rick has been doing for Radine, but not because Radine was ever in a relationship with Rick, y'all. I don't think she ever explains it like that to anybody, because she even said that they were just friends. And I think he was telling old girl that they were in a relationship. I think things may have been said in prison so that he could continue to help her. For sure, Radine took advantage and continues to take advantage so he can support her, but she doesn't necessarily need the support. I think that when she was in prison, he was giving. And so she was taking, but now she feels indebted to him. And I think if it were as easy as I don't ask, so you don't give and you don't call, then that's what it would be. But he wants her and he feels like he's put in time and work. You know what I'm saying? Really? Somebody send me the info. If this is true, somebody put that in the Discord for me. If there's tea, because y'all know I'm about to do that video next. So we could definitely talk about that in that video. So y'all make sure y'all put this in the Discord about Martell having another baby out there, if that's true. But y'all let me know, okay? Because I'm looking and I don't see nobody posting nothing in my Discord, child. That's why I need to see it. Okay. Appreciate you though, because I'll look into that before we move on to the next video if nobody sends it to me. But yeah, y'all. So we find out that Radine and Kay are married. And I said, how? How did two inmates get married? Someone tell me. Absolutely y'all think he misrepresented their relationship as well. Beta, I had some Baileys down there. I wonder if that Bailey's still good, because I was sure drinking me another cup of coffee with Baileys in it. Huh? Oh, okay. My next cup of coffee gonna have Baileys in it. I don't know. That's what today felt like, y'all. I don't know what to tell y'all. I'll work out tomorrow. Yes, please like the video, y'all. I understand how Radine feels, but she's going to have to tell Rick no. I know. And I think she needs to. I was thinking that Radine lying. I was They are not married. I don't know what she's even talking about. I was like, how, ma'am? It's possible. I've seen on another lockup show. So it's possible for them to legally get married in prison. But I want Ray Dean to tell him you don't want him. They can get married now, Bondi. I saw it on one of those Netflix. Wow. I did not know that you can get married. If two inmates can get married in prison. I did not know that. That's crazy. Because they try to keep people apart. So you know, child, I guess. Even if that's the case, she needs to keep it a buck with Rick. Because Rick don't need to do nothing else for you. Because it's disgusting. I don't want to see it. And I still want to point out, Rick, she made a ferret. Yes, a ferret, a seal, all little things that have no chin in between their neck and their face. I feel like this is a creepy old man thing where y'all totally ignore social cues and you ignore that a woman is uncomfortable and you ignore that a woman is not really interested in you and she's telling you she doesn't want to do something and you keep doing it and ignoring how, you're ignoring it. It's because you don't want to hear what she's going to say. So there's some responsibility still on him for being in this situation because you can tell she don't really want you like that. It's ridiculous. No, I know lesbians can get married. I'm talking about two inmates in prison. Like lesbians been able to get married since 2015. Where y'all been? Let's move on. But Rating girl, hang it up on him so we can stop feeling dirty when we watching these scenes with y'all. Anyway, so oh, why I feel so stuffy. I just looked it up. Same-sex marriage between inmates is legal in states where gay marriage is allowed. Gay marriage is allowed in all of the states. That's literally since 2015, Supreme Court ruled on a federal level that every state they don't be wanting to, but it's not really up to them. Anybody in every state. It's not about being female. It's about the actual marriage. It's about the actual marriage of two inmates in prison, not two women. Let's get to Kayla and Martell. They're just as toxic and problematic as any other couple. So she was late picking him up from the halfway house, and he had an attitude talking about he was outside freezing. And she was like, okay, well, what you want to do? Because I want to go get something to eat. And he was like, oh, I'm about to go see my barber. And so he pulls up to the barbershop, ignoring the fact that she's hungry because he's mad that she had him standing outside for 15 more minutes than he was supposed to be, I guess, as if he can't wait. The entitlement, y'all. These niggas literally got somebody telling them when to eat, sleep, and shit and get out of jail with entitlement that they can tell somebody else to jump from a loop. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. And so they pull up to the barber shop and he tells the producers that he's going in, but she's not. And she says, that's fine. And then she moves over to the driver's seat and drives the fuck off, leaving him there. And I feel like you should leave him there and never go back. Leave him there and never go back. He is disrespectful. He is ungrateful. He's mean. You can't trust him because he's a hoe. You can't trust him because he might rob you. Did I mention again that he's disrespectful? And not only that, he has every woman in his life lying for him. That cousin that lied to you, his mama that lied to you, and you still gonna be sitting up here doing all of that for a man that's not doing shit for you. Where are your brothers? Where are your brothers? Because you're dealing with a violent pillow princess ass nigga. I cannot. He's so entitled and disrespectful and ungrateful. It's incredible to me the way somebody who has absolutely nothing to offer a bitch but some dick got a whole bunch of shit to say about things they can't have, can't afford, can't obtain. I think it's crazy. Crazy to have a man that has nothing for himself, nothing but some drug money, some shit you can probably call the police on his ass again about. And he got the audacity to want to walk around with his chest sticking out like he got a right to talk to you any kind of way, disrespect you because he's who he is and you just got to take it. Girl, what? This is why I remove myself from people because I probably would end up in jail like with these types of men. Like I don't know if I have the temperament because Let's move on to Taylor and Chance, y'all. Y'all, we got to see a different side of Chance this episode, but I still think he crazy and we need to keep our good eye on him. He wants to propose to Taylor, so he goes shopping for a ring with somebody he knew, child. I don't care. But either way, he admits he took his prison mentality out on Bobby. So he's getting a engagement ring for Taylor and the girls, and he wants to, get things right, I guess, with her, but he doesn't want to make things right with Bobby. Like, I didn't hear him saying he wanted to make things right with Bobby, just that he realized he was wrong for that, and he feels like that's going to draw a wedge between him and Taylor. So now he wants to propose. I'm like, so the dude you took was the one who paid for the rings? Is that what it was? Either way, she wasn't feeling good. It ended up having to go to the hospital. And when they went to the hospital, they didn't know what was going on. Eventually, they found out that she had an infection from doing everything. And it sounds to me that I knew a girl who had this happen to her. She went from doing anal to doing vaginal, and it gave her the worst in bladder infection, UTI, and it hurts. It hurts your side. It's a pain all the way up to to the side of your body and shit. So yeah. She had a real bad UTI from doing the front and then the back and then the back and then the front, because you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to take it out the front. You're not supposed to take it out. You can take it out the front and put it in the back, but you can't take it out the back and put it in the front. That's a no-no. And I guess people be all in the mood and shit and want to do some nasty shit, and so they go from the back to the front without cleaning it off, and then they get fecal matter. Yeah. Not a STD, an infection, because I think she would have been much more upset. Everybody know you have to wipe it off. Yeah, you have to wipe it off. Yeah, you have to. I know that's what happened, because child, I ain't gonna tell y'all that that's some clear people shit, but that's who I heard that from. I ain't never heard none of my black friends say that that's what happened to them, but maybe they would be too embarrassed to say some shit like that. Yeah, girl, that's what they do. That's what the girls do. She was mad at him. Like, bitch, what you mad at him for? Was it forcible, or did you agree to that fuck shit? Girl, that was nasty. Girl, you heard what I said. I'm talking about what? Yes. Okay. You can go from the front to the back, but you cannot go from the back to the front. Okay. It sounded like she had PID, which is associated with STDs that have gone untreated. But that's not what she said. She said we were doing too much. We were doing a whole bunch of stuff, and she got an infection. And when the way she explained it, that sounds like when somebody goes from doing anal to vaginal and it gets you a really bad bladder infection. That would explain why it hurt her on her side like that, because that was near her bladder. Chance and kidneys and shit. Once they get bad, all that shit getting inflamed and putting on each child is terrible. Chance was used to men, and she didn't have sense enough to guard her pocket properly. Just nasty. Ooh, she probably had BV too. Ooh, oh my god, it's so nasty. Oh my god, and a bite to the front. I'm not gonna lie, when he said that about the stove, it would have been over right then. What did he? Oh, you talking about Martell? Yeah, it would have been over. Anyway, it is tragic. Let's go ahead and move on. She wasn't dying and she wasn't pregnant, thank God. So let's move on to Lacey and Antoine. Lacey and Antoine are just like Martell and Michaela. He disrespectful as fuck. He wants to go by his mom. Let this nigga go by his mama. Please let this little boy go by his mama. Okay, your old ass need to find a man your age. What are you even doing? What are you even doing, Lacey? So she takes him to a lookout at night. It was supposed to be something nice, pretty private that they could, be romantic. But he's still upset because when they went to the car dealership to get him a car, she didn't want to put the car in her name solely. So because he couldn't get his way, now he has an attitude and he's telling her he don't give a fuck about this romantic shit that she got set up. He just wants to go back to the house. So when a woman tries to, romance a man in some type of way, and this is the response, If a man ever does this to you, do you hear me? 628 people in here. If anybody ever does something like that to you, like talk to you, tell you they don't give a fuck about what you're doing, mean like that to you, all because they couldn't get you to do something that you didn't want to do, leave them. Leave them, leave them, leave them. He made me so mad in that moment, telling her how he didn't give a fuck. Because you can tell they're intentionally saying things that are hurtful so that they can just keep throwing slugs at you. They want you to feel hurt so that you'll change your mind and you'll do what they want you to do. So he thinks if he keep talking to her like that and telling her he don't give a fuck, and then they keep blaming it on the solitary confinement. And I'm like, that's not what's going on here. That's not what this is. This is a little boy that has learned how to manipulate women based off of his relationship with his mom, which tells me that whenever that lady didn't want to do what he wanted her to do, he'd do this: manipulate, temper tantrum, withdraw emotion, and his mom probably did the same to him. We all know they got some type of weird ass fucked up relationship, okay? But because he doesn't want to be held accountable for the way he's acting with her, because she was like, you're an asshole, you're being an asshole with me, all because I won't put the car in my name. He decides to flip it on her and bring out a letter that she wrote as another woman trying to trick him into thinking, trying to see if he would cheat. And I was just like, dude, don't nobody give a fuck. Like, nobody gives a fuck about that. I know he thought he was doing something, but he absolutely wasn't. Okay. Nobody, I would have been like, nobody cares about that. Somebody he checked the handwriting, or you can check handwriting, but you can't put a car in your name, but you can do detective work. Can't stay out of jail, but you can investigate some shit. Oh, okay. Isn't that ironic? Okay. So she apparently has the game fucked up, and he says, so the producer Lacey is gonna listen to whatever he tells her, so he doesn't have to tell her the truth about cheating on her, because he was cheating on her, but he doesn't have to tell her the truth about that, because she's just gonna believe what he say anyway. He gonna deny no matter what. I said, okay, girl, be with him though. Fall in love. The next day he goes into her room and says that he wants her to stop being mad with him. Doesn't want to apologize, doesn't want to say he was wrong, just wants her to stop being upset so that she can drop him off by his mom's house. She says, damn, I thought you would be more grateful. Same thing Michaela thought, right? She tells him that he needs to apologize to her, and he says that he was a dick or whatever, and he needs a ride to go see his mom and best friend that just got out of jail. And she's like, okay, I'll bring you over there. I'm gonna tell you, I would drop that nigga off and never pick him up. He would stay over there. Don't come back over here. Don't come back over here, Antoine. Don't come back over here, Antoine. Okay, this nigga has snoring. I cannot. He was just being so rude, disrespectful, cunty. I would definitely not do anything else for him. I would not do anything else. Do y'all hear me? Do y'all hear me? I would not, girl. It would be like I disappeared. Poof. I don't see what she sees in him at all. He's disrespectful. I don't know if he's giving her any dick yet, but he look high all the time. It's not giving what it's supposed to give at all. And I think she need to just let it go. Martell was not happy to see Kayla and is agitated around her. Then he need to leave her alone. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. Anyway, y'all, I gotta go because I got another live to hop into. I will see y'all for weekends on in just a few.